Welcome back. In our previous class, we discussed everything about idempotent rule. You should recall what we are trying to solve in this problem. We are trying to look at rules of algebra, the rules that mathematicians are using to combine two or more numbers together to form a complex system. We said that this rule is given an acronym called CIDA. We have considered the C aspect, we have considered the I aspect. In this week, we are going to continue with A aspect of CIDA. And the first A that we are going to be considering today is association rule of algebra. This rule is one of the most important rules that we must know as well. But I must let you know that it is not as important as that of inverse rule. Inverse rule is the most important of all. So, what is an association? You know, in real life, two or more people can come together with a common purpose to establish an organization, a system called association. In this association is not formed by only one person or let's say two. Association is highly appreciated when we have more than two persons in a system. And what will bind them together is the common interest. In mathematics as well, we have association rule that consider two or more elements, but basically, listen, it is more than two elements. In mathematics, the minimum element that we need to form an association is 3. And the binding force, which is the sign that combine them together, must be the same. This shows that it is common interest. So, to let us see what association is talking about, let's visualize what it is all about on the board. Now, with respect to what is on this board, we can see that we have two or more people. But in mathematics, these two or more people, we refer to them as sets with common interest. This interest in mathematics is the combination sign, which can be represented by any symbol in mathematics. But basically, when it comes to binary operation, there are some rules, there are some set of signs that we are using. One of those common signs is this one that you are seeing here. It's one of the most common signs. Now, in math, association involves 3 elements. You know, most of the rules that we have learned so far, some of them can involve 2, some can even involve 1. Like inverse rule. Let us say, for example, so what is inverse rule? And when we say that, okay, an operation is inverse in such a way that if an element combine with a particular number, it gives its opposite. So in the inverse rule, we are talking about a situation that a number that combine with itself to give an identity. That is an inverse rule. Because in inverse rule, we are looking at the result. And the result of inverse rule combination is called identity. That is inverse rule. So in inverse rule, you have 2 elements. An element and its inverse. When they combine, they give you what we call identity. So we have discussed everything about identity in our previous class. You can check our videos. You are going to see what we are calling identity. So, but in this association rule, we need 3 elements. So now, therefore, we are looking at a situation that if there exists an operation such that A combine set A combined with set B, and later the result of these two combinations combined with set C, and we see that at the end of the day the result is equal to A combined with what? The result of combination of B and C. If it is equal, we say that it is association rule, it is associated. Now let me make this thing clear so that you can understand it. In association, we are having three elements: A, B, and C. So we can combine them with only one sign, which is the common interest, and the sign must be the same. So we have two ways to go. The first one is either we put bracket around this, or we put bracket around this. If we put bracket around this, what are we going to have? We're going to have A combined with what? Combined with B. So we have our bracket here. Then it will now be combined with C. The second choice that we have is to put bracket around this one. Then that choice will give us something like what? A combined with open bracket B combined with what? C. Close the bracket. So in association, this operation will be association. Are you getting me? If the result of A is exactly equal to result of B, and it is very simple. Let us look at this expression here. So please let me clear the board so that you can see what we're trying to talk about here. Now, you will see that this operation is talking about something. And what is it saying is that, let us look at a situation, let us look at a situation where we have 4 plus 5 first. We have 4 plus 5 first. We have 4 plus 5 first. What is our answer? This is 9. So the result of combination of 4 and 5, if it combined with what? 6. So the overall answer is going to be 15. Let us now see. Maybe or not, this one as well will give the same result. So we are having 4. If it combines with result of what? 5 plus 6. This is 11. So 4 plus 11, what is the answer? This is 15. You can see 15 and 15 are what? Equal. In this scenario, what we are saying here is that since we go through different routes, we go through 2 different steps, and we arrive at the same answer, this operation is association. Therefore, I must let you know that association is one of the most simplest rules. But what you need to understand as these days, you need to know those elements that we are talking about, and you need to understand the nature, the nature of the combination rule. If you can understand these 2 steps, then you will be able to solve any problem on association. Remember that this class, it is not about solving binary operation. We are trying to explain everything about algebra rule that we are using in mathematics that will enable us to understand how operations are done, so that we'll be able to understand how to use all these tools when it comes to the point where we need them. This is everything about associativity rule in algebra. It is association rule. Some people call it associativity, and the operation can be association. So you should remember that an operation is association. If there exist two elements that combine first with another element in a different way, in such a way that this particular expression is equal to this expression here, we say that the operation is association. As a mathematician, there are several symbols that we are using to imply some meanings. So please be very concerned with these symbols and their meaning, because they are going to help you. Thank you for listening. I am ABP. Please, if you're watching this video on our Facebook, please try to follow so that you can benefit from concepts like this, and you will be able to learn more. And then for this kind of video, it's not a comedy. I know it's not to be very simple thing that you're going to learn, because it has to do with you exercise a lot of muscles, cranial thinking, before you can put everything together. But I believe this is one of the things that actually erects the world that we have today. The air around you, the video you are watching, every web application that you are browsing. If we remove mathematics from them, you are not going to have anything. Mathematics is very, very important to learn to understand our nature, our environment. Thank you for listening. ABP.